In this video, I'm going to tell about the 360-degree leader by John C. Maxwell. This is very important for the people who are working in any kind of organization or the people who want to get a job in a company, because in one of their interview phases they can require that you go through the whole book, maybe the audio book or the PDF, and make a presentation slide on that. So I have made these slides to give a presentation in one of my job interviews. So let's start. In this video, this is going to be a very lengthy video, but if you keep patience and listen everything, you don't need to read the whole book, because you get the concept very clear. So from John C. Maxwell's the 360-degree leader, we get to know that everyone can be a leader no matter which position they are holding in any kind of organization. But there are some myths and challenges which are holding them back from becoming the 360-degree leader. Against that myths and challenges, there are some principles to overcome, and we get to know the overall value of the 360-degree leader. So in this presentation video, I'm going to cover up the myths, the principles, the values. So if you want to know all these three things, then you should go through this video. And again, I'm not going to cover those challenges and skills, challenges that the leaders, I mean the people who are working in the middle level, they're facing, and the skills that the 360-degree leader needs. So but I'm going to talk about the myths, the principles, and the value of the 360-degree leader. Okay. So according to John C. Maxwell, he says that 99% people, I mean, who become the leader are not from the top level of an organization. Especially they're the people who are working in the middle level. So only 1% leader comes from the top level. Okay. So let's start with the basic concept of the 360-degree leader. 360-degree leadership involves identifying yourself as a leader who simultaneously influences people at every level of the organization. So you can see this picture. Every level means, up and, down and across. So they can influence people from every direction. It can be upward, it can be downward, it can be across. Okay. So let's talk about the myths of leading from the middle of an organization. So basically this 360-degree leader concept is based on the people who are working the middle level of the organization. Okay. They think that they can't be a leader if they're working in the middle level. They have to be the top leaders, okay, to be a 360-degree leader or to be a great leader. But the 360-degree leader concepts are totally different, and you get the overview of that concept. But before that we need to know that why the people in the middle of an organization can be the 360-degree leader. What are the myths? So you see there are 7 myths. First myth is the position myth. Second is the destination myth. Third, the influence myth. Fourth, the experience myth. The freedom myth. The potential myth. The all or nothing myth. So let's talk about them one by one. The first one is the position myth. Okay. I can't lead if I am not at the top. So people with this kind of misconception, they think that they need to grab a position at the top level to be a leader. Okay, they think that if they don't reach the top, they can't be a leader, they can't lead anything. So this is one of the misconceptions that is holding them back from becoming the 360-degree leader. So if you're working in the middle level, you might think that you can't be a leader if you're not at the top. So this is the first myth, the position myth. You need to grab a position to be a leader. You think that. So this is your first myth. The second myth says that the destination myth. It says that when I get to the top, I will learn to lead. So you're not learning right now to be a great leader, but you're just waiting that your higher authority, your boss, is going to promote you to a powerful position. Then you start learning how to lead. So this is another problem of the people who are working in the middle level. The third thing is the influence myth. When I will be in a leadership position, I will automatically have the ability to be influential. Okay, now with this misconcept, people think that the influential ability will automatically come with a position. Okay, but it's a wrong concept, right? Because the influential ability may come in natural way, or by practicing you get to know how to influence people, but a position is given and influence comes automatically, the influential ability comes automatically. It's a wrong concept. But people tend to think that when they will be in a leadership position, they'll automatically be able to influence other people. Okay, this is the third myth. Now, fourth myth is the inexperience myth. When I get to the top, I will be in control. Now, people having lack of experience in leadership positions say they often overestimate the importance of that position. Okay, they think that when one person gets to the top, the person has everything in control. But it's not like that. Maybe there are a lot of other factors, maybe internal factors or maybe external factors which are controlling the organization. So if you think that you're in the top position, so you're when you'll be in the top position, you'll have a lot of control, limitless control over everything. Is not like that. Now the fifth myth says, the fifth myth is the freedom myth. It says that when I get to the top, I will no longer be limited. Okay. Now, in some cases, it happens that when a leader or a person moves up, means promoted, the person is having less freedom but more limitations. It happens. Okay, maybe you're working in the middle level, now you're promoted to a higher middle level or upper level. Now what happens that your position requires a lot of critical work, your position has a lot of responsibilities, a lot of boundaries. Your position gives you that you are bound to follow some rules, and there are a lot of expectations. You cannot move with your freedom, you have to maintain a lot of things. So when you're promoted, you're having less freedom. So it's also possible, right? So but people tend to think, who are working in the middle level or lower level, they tend to think that when someone gets to the top, the person will no longer be limited to anything, the person will have limitless freedom. Okay, now the sixth myth is the potential myth. I can't reach my potential if I am not the top leader. Now, interesting fact is that majority of the people of an organization can get to the top, the the highest level, means the CEO. So majority of the employees in an organization can be the CEO of the company. Okay, and I mentioned it previously that what John C. Maxwell said. He says that 99% leaders come from the people who are working in the middle level. Only 1% come from the a higher level or top level, the CEO level. So but here people think that they need to reach the highest potential, they need to reach the top level to reach their highest potential. But it's wrong. You can reach your highest potential by practicing, by giving effort, tremendous effort. Okay, and if you focus on continuous development. But people tend to think that to reach your highest potential, you need a position for that, a leadership position, a title for that, right? The seventh, the last myth says that the all or nothing myth. If I don't get to the top, I won't try to lead. Okay, again a serious misconception by the people. They're wrong thinking. They think that These people with this kind of tendency, they never try to become a leader. They're just waiting to get promoted to the ultimate position where then they will try to lead people, or else they will never try to be a leader. So I think this is the most danger, because if you think that you will not lead until you are promoted to the top, this is the most serious myth to me. Okay, now the myths are over. Now, I initially told you that the people, the 360-degree leader, they can influence people from every direction, from upward, downward, across. Now, let's move forward to the principles. There are principles how the 360-degree leaders, they influence people. Now, first one is the upward principles, lead upward. Okay, lead up principles. So the principles 360-degree leaders practice to lead up. Okay, there are 9 lead up principles. First one is lead yourself exceptionally well, lighten your leader's load, be willing to do what others won't, do more than manage, lead, invest in relational chemistry, be prepared every time you take your leader's time, know when to push and when to back off, become a go-to player, be better tomorrow than you are today. Lead yourself exceptionally well is the first leader principle. Okay. Lead yourself, that's where it all starts. Besides, if you wouldn't follow yourself, why should anyone else? This is the speech by the John C. Maxwell. Exactly right. If you can't lead yourself, if you don't listen to yourself, how can you influence others? Or why should others listen to you if you don't listen to yourself? Okay, if you said that you should do that, but you're not doing it, you're not listening yourself, why should others listen to you? So this is lead yourself exceptionally well concept. So when we talk about leading, we should first lead ourselves, and when we'll be able to lead ourselves, we'll be able to lead others. So if we have influential power on ourselves, we'll be able to influence others. It's simple, right? Now, when we talk about leading ourselves, the first thing should come in your mind is time management. This is the most crucial one you have to do. You should focus on time management. Okay, you have other factors to focus on, like energy levels, way of thinking, work, and personal lives. So, if you can manage all these I have talked about, you can bring your life in a disciplined life. Okay, you will be disciplined, so you lead a disciplined life, or more better life. You'll be able to lead yourself, then you'll get ultimate power to influence others as well. So this is the first leader principle. Second thing is lighten your leader's load. Now here we can do two things. First one is we can lighten our leader's load, or we can make it heavier. Now, if we make it heavier, means if we make our leader's load heavier, it will ultimately fail our leader and his or her organization. But if we lighten our leader's load, we can see the opposite situation is somewhere, waiting, right? Now, how we can lighten our leader's load? There are 5 steps you can see on your screen. First thing is do your own job well. This is the first thing. You should first complete your task, then you come forward to help your leader. When leaders will say that you're not completing your own task, but you're coming here to help him or her, he'll not take it in a good way. So this will be a bad idea, because the leader wants you do your job first, because it's your duty, it's your responsibility. Okay, second thing is when you find a problem, provide a solution. Don't just go to your leader to ask for a solution. Okay, your leader will be impressed if you find an issue and you are going for finding the solution as well. This will improve your critical thinking ability as well as your problem solving ability. Okay. Number three is tell leaders what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Okay. Number four is go the second mile. It means that go some extra, do some extra. Okay. After completing your task, you can do something extra. This is called go the second mile. You can, after completing your task, you can go to your leader's desk, your boss's desk, and you can ask them that whether if they need any kind of help or not. It's called go the second mile. Number five is support your leader whenever you can. Okay, these are the five steps that you can follow to lighten your leader's load. Now, third leader principle is be willing to do what others won't. This is the specialty of the 360-degree leaders. Okay, they are always willing to do what others own, the common people. Others means the common people. Okay, the first thing you see that there are 10 steps to follow. First thing is 360-degree leaders take the tough job. They never go for the easier one. Okay, they do the tough job, then they pay their dues. Number three is they work in obscurity or ambiguity, what you would say. Number four is they succeed with difficult people. When they work, they always succeed with difficult people. They always try to succeed, okay? Or they help other people to succeed with difficult people. So they can directly succeed with difficult people, or they help others to succeed with difficult people. Okay. Number five, they put themselves on the line. They don't rely on others. Okay. They always come forward. Number six, they admit faults but never give excuses. This is the most, you know, extraordinary specialty, I would say, of the 360-degree leaders. Number seven, they do work more than expected. Number eight, they are the first to step up and help. Number nine, they perform tasks that are not their job. And number 10, they take responsibilities for their responsibilities. Okay, number four. Number four, leader principle. Do more than manage, lead. Now, do you know the difference between a leader and a manager? A manager always works with the process, and a leader always deals with people. So in there are some other factors where you can distinguish between you can differentiate a leader from a manager. First one is 360-degree leaders think longer term. They never go for the shortcut way. They always think longer term and they see within this larger context. Now they push boundaries. They are not they are not willing to stay in kind of limitations, like they always try to push themselves to spread out. They always want to cross the boundary line. They push their boundaries. So if we push the boundaries means you draw a smaller circle, now you draw a larger than the smaller one, then you draw another larger than the second one. So this is how you are just increasing your boundary line. Okay, so they push boundaries. Number four, they emphasize on intangible. What do you mean by intangible, which are not tangible? Tangible means like the physical objects, physical assets, like intangibles like goodwill, impression, right? So this is intangible. They always emphasize on intangible. People only there you can find many people who only emphasize on tangible objects, but the 360-degree reader, they emphasize on both, like tangible and intangible. Number five, they invest power in others. Sometimes they sacrifice their interest for others interest. So they have this kind of sacrifice attitude. Now they see themselves as agent of change. Okay, they know that organization is an, the process in an organization is ever changing process, so they want to be the reason behind that. Now, I'm sorry that I forgot to mention you that, when it say that the 360 degree leader has the influential power to influence people from every direction, up, bottom, and across. When I say that lead up principle, that means that how they do lead their bosses, the people who are sitting on the higher position. Okay, when you mean that lead across, that means that they are co-workers who are working in the same position. How do they lead their co-workers? Okay, when you mean that lead down, that means that how do they manage, how do they lead their people who are working under their command. So now we're studying the leader principles. That means that the 360-degree leaders ability to influence their bosses, their leaders, how do they manage their relationship with them, bonding with them. So I should have told it earlier, like before starting leader principles, but I'm sorry that telling you right now. But I'm telling that so that you don't have any confusion what is leader principles. Like leader principle means how do you lead your bosses, the people who are working your higher rank than your higher rank, right? So number five, let's move on. Invest in relational chemistry. It means that you make a good relationship with your boss. How do you do that? There are 9 points. First one is listen to your leader's heartbeat. It's not just putting your ear on your leader's chest to hear the heartbeat. It's not, it's metaphorical, right? Heartbeat means that you try to acknowledge your leader. You try to follow and observe your leader. What can be your leader's next move? You want to identify that even before it is delivered. So try to observe your leader from every aspect, and try to know your leader, what might your leader is thinking right now. You can identify it even before your leader expresses any kind of expression. Number two, know your leader's priority, and you can make your leader's priority your priority, and then you can come close to your leader. Now catch your leader's enthusiasm. Number four, support your leader's vision. Number five, connect to your leader's interest. Understand your leader's personality. Earn your leader's trust. Learn to work with your leader's weaknesses if your leaders have any weaknesses, but you just can't go. Number eight, look at number eight. Learn to work with your leader's weaknesses. Now you know that your leader might have kind of weaknesses, but don't try to show your attitude like you're sympathizing, like you're giving kind of sympathy to your leader, or a kind of miss communication. If there's a confusion generates due to your approach, and your leader might be thinking that is quite disrespectful, that you're pinpointing his or her weaknesses. It's not like that. You have to act smart in these places. You know that your leader is has kind of disabilities, kind of weaknesses. So you try to cover up all those. You try to fill in the gap without letting your leader know about that. You have to act smart. Number nine, respect your leader's family. It's very important. You cannot show disrespect full approach to your leader, even your leader's family. So you have to be respectful towards them. Number six, be prepared every time you take your leader's time, because you have to understand that time is very valuable. Okay, when you taking your leader's time is more valuable, so you have to invest every moment. Now the first five steps that you can you can follow to do that. First one is invest every minute. So you're taking 5 minutes, don't waste your 1 minute and then execute, utilize your last 4 minutes. That every moment is very important. Don't waste your time. Number two, don't make your boss think for you. This means that if you keep asking your boss rapid questions, you're rapidly asking your boss this and that, that will make your leader think for you. Okay, it will be a very bad idea, right? either you can do is that if you, as I mentioned you before, if you find any problem, try to find out the solution. If your leader start thinking about you and finding solution for you, why are you even working for him? Like, it's like he, your leader, your boss is working for you. So don't make your boss think for you. So if you find out an issue, don't just rush to inform it to your leader. Try to observe it and rethink it, how to find any kind of solution for that. So number three, let's move forward to number three. Bring something to the table. Bring something to the table. It can be any resources, any ideas. So anything can be forecasting, anything that you can bring it to the table and discuss it with your leader. So sitting behind beside your leader for 10 minutes saying nothing, keeping yourself quiet, it will be kind of awkward situation. But if you bring something, can be any news related to the business or related to the world, you can find something interesting to talk with your and share with your leader. So bring something to the table. Number four, learn to speak your boss's language. Okay, don't speak your boss's language with your boss like it will be positive. Like, boss's language means the positive things, and how the boss would be loving if you talk like that. Like, you try to act according to your boss's interest. Okay, now number five, get to the bottom line. As I said, man, don't waste your time. Just don't say irrelevant and unnecessary talk, and come to the point later. It's better that you get to the bottom line. Okay, now let's move forward to the number seven. Know when to push and when to back off. What does that mean? It means that timing, which is very essential. Okay, you have to know that when you should move forward, you should come back. Because a good idea, a very good idea presenting in a wrong time can be a bad idea. Okay, so you have to know when it is the right time and when it is the wrong time. So you can ask yourself for questions, and if you get the answers, you can know that when to push and when to back off. First instance, do I know something my boss doesn't but needs to know? Now if it's like that, then you have to do is that you should immediately deliver that information to your boss. But if you think that is unnecessary, then don't deliver your message. Okay, number two, ask yourself, is time running out? If you're delayed every time, your boss will be disappointed with you. So don't delay. Always ask yourself that is time running out, when it is the right time, exact time to deliver your message. Number three, ask yourself, are my responsibilities at risk? So if you get the answer that yes, you can really try working start working on that and try to fulfill your responsibilities efficiently. Number four, ask yourself, can I help my boss win? It's very important that you want to help your boss, you want to push yourself forward, and you have the courage, you have gathered the courage to help your boss. But if you don't know that what kind of help you're going to provide, you don't know the concept very well, then how would you be able to help your boss? It would mess up the situation. In return, it may cause your boss fail in that task. So identify your ability, your reach first. If you think that you're very confident, you're 100% confident that you'll be able to help your boss, and in which task you're going to help, everything, the pros and cons, then you should go forward. Otherwise you should back off, because your involvement in that situation may change the situation in a more adverse way. Okay, number eight, become a go-to player. Okay, a leader, a boss always wants the people who complete their task and go for the next challenge, one after another. They are the go-to player. And when a go-to players are produced when they are under pressure. So yeah, they're just blowing when they're under pressure. So in the most critical situation, they can act very smartly. When the resources are few, so when there are few resources, with the critical thinking ability, with the problem solving power, they can make a better solution with the in a limited resources. With the few resources, they can get the outcome. Number 3, the momentum is low. Number 4, the load is heavy. Number 5, the leader is absent. So when your leader is absent, your boss is absent, you take over the situation in a critical condition, you handle everything as well. Number 6, the time is limited. So all these steps, under all these steps, go to players are produced. The last one, number 9, be better tomorrow than you are today. Now you have to try to be a better person tomorrow. Every day you want to pass the past day, okay? You want to be a better person than the previous day. This is what a 360-degree leader does, okay? Now there's 3 steps that you can do, like learn your craft today, talk your craft today, and practice your craft. Basically, I'd like to explain it in a way that today you're thinking that how you can do something better you did in the previous day, okay? Or what made you reach here, what did you do in the past to reach here, and what could be a better way to reach in a better position today. Okay, now if you think that you took a wrong turn yesterday, that's why you are here today, so you're doing something better. You're not going to do take the wrong turn again, which will better your life tomorrow. So it's like that. So identify your flaws, your loops in the past. Now try to cover up all those present and try to do it every day, so that every day is better than the previous day. So it's actually the concept says that. So it's all over the leader principles. Now as is 30 minutes over, I'm not going to drag it more lengthy. So in my next part of this video, you find out the 7 lead across principles and the other 7 lead down principles and the value of the 360-degree leader. So I'm going to make 2 parts of this video. I hope that it's really helpful for you. You'll find it very soon. You can find the link of the second phase in the description box of this video when I'll be uploaded, or you can go to the button to find out the link. So I will post the other part very soon. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you have understood pretty well about the concept of the 360 leader. You can, if you have understood, then please comment it will inspire me to make more videos. And if I am able to help you to some extent, so please share your feelings about the video. Thank you very much.